Hello and welcome to Renaissance Minis. I wanted to do a scales video and I thought it would be a good idea to take some of the footage that I got from the Dollhouse Show and Sale for 2026 and combine it together to talk about scales, since there might be some of you out there who are considering getting into dollhouses, or maybe you're currently into dollhouses and you have one and you're maybe thinking you want to try a different scale, or you're not sure what scale dollhouse is the best for you. I thought I could use some of this great footage from the show and sale to talk about the sizes, and you can actually see the sizes here in comparison to people walking by, and it gives you a really good idea if the 1/12 scale is right for you, or should you go with 1/24, or should you go with 1/48 scale. Let's get into it. So I showed that large house. That one was probably the biggest 1/12 scale dollhouse for sale here on Real Estate Row during the show, and it stood about 56 inches high, I would say, and it's probably somewhere around 48 wide, so that's quite large. This one here that we're looking at now, this teal and white one, which was a pretty good size, and I would say this was wider rather than taller, so not as tall as the other one that I just showed you, but more wider. And I think it just depends on like where you're going to put the dollhouse. You know, when I make my dollhouses, I always look around my room and see where I'm going to put the dollhouse before I make the dollhouse, so that I know what size to make it so that it'll fit after I'm done making it. And I think that works pretty well. And that may be something that might help you if you are, considering getting into dollhouses, or you have dollhouses, or you have one and maybe you have a 1/12 scale dollhouse and it's large. Maybe you want to go a little bit smaller and enjoy maybe having a second, third, fourth, or fifth dollhouse, but you don't want to take up too much space in your house. You don't know where to put it. So this is why I'm doing this video today, and I hope it's helpful. So this house here was at the sale. Let's see, it was about $800, and it sold quite rapidly because it's fully furnished. But I'm going to, as I'm going around the corner here, see the dollhouse on the far left, back there next to the pink one on the left side. That is a 1/12 scale dollhouse, but it's not as large. So that's another option too. You can go with 1/12. You don't necessarily have to scale down. See this little white and blue one here too, to the right? That is also smaller. So you can do 1/12 in a smaller version, and that might be helpful. And as you can see, to the right of the White House is a 1/24 scale dollhouse. And so that's the scale I'm dealing with. So that just shows you how small it can be in comparison to the 1/12 if you're considering going with 1/24 or half scale. That's the size that you'll have there. And this is a really cute house. I don't know what the price is on this one, but I know the other show had one for $35. That was a really good deal. I probably should have snagged it. But yeah, this is a really cute little house. And I love the color too. I do like the blue and the white. But as you can see here, you've got several rooms. You've got a living room, a kitchen, a hallway. It looks like a bed, 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. So you can fit plenty in there and have many, many wonderful hours of decorating a 1/24 scale house without having to sacrifice space in your own house. So that's one thing you might want to consider. However, if you're in love with the 1/12 scale, then the house to the left of this one, the white one there, is going to be a better scale for you. Now, this was a special vendor here, and I featured him in my Dollhouse Show video. This scale is 1/48 or quarter scale. And you notice you get quite a bit of detail at this scale. I think this scale gets overlooked. I know I've overlooked it being in the half scale, but quarter scale can give you an additional option, and that is you can have a humongo house in quarter scale, and it's going to still be small enough to put somewhere in your home, and you can enjoy everything about it just like a 1/12 scale dollhouse. You can decorate it, put furniture in it, put small details into it. It's going to be a more cost-effective version as well. A lot of the furniture, which I'm going to show here soon, the little beds and the dressers and the ottomans and the sofas, ranged anywhere from $8 to $10 each. So you can definitely get your miniature on with a quarter scale house and be just as satisfied. And if you're thinking, but what about the detail? Will I still have the detail of the classic Victorian furniture at 1/48 or quarter scale? Absolutely. I'm putting my hand up there so you can see the size of this for comparison. But yes, you can absolutely get just as much joy out of a quarter scale as you can half scale and full scale. And they had detailed furniture like you would not believe. I mean, little teeny Victorian furniture that was just, and so cute, but yet so ornate, so detailed, very realistic. And the price tag on a lot of it was, not bad at all. Maybe $15, maybe $20 at the most for one, like a nice mahogany bed. And this is Brian. He's an architect, so he did all of these. He lives in Oregon, and I'll put his contact information down below if you're interested. So here are the little beds. So very detailed. Look at the headboards are wood. Here is some of the furniture for the 1/48 or 1/4 scale. Very, very detailed furniture. You can get just about anything you desire in this scale, and you're not going to pay as much as you would for 1/12 scale. So we're talking maybe $15, $20. There's a beautiful lounger there. Look at these little couches and chairs and the teeny little pillows. Adorable. Adorable. So if you live in an apartment or a condo, or or you have just a small, if you're a person who lives in tiny quarters, you can still rock a 1/48 quarter scale dollhouse, fully furnished, and it will just be a delight. Look at that. Look at the detail work on some of this stuff. Just amazing. Just amazing. All of it is, I don't even know how they make it. So here is a 1/48 scale or quarter scale house, just to give an example of what you can do. And you can see my hand there. I'm putting it in frame so you can just get an idea that this house is, like 2 hands wide. And it doesn't take much to decorate these little cute houses. So a few pieces of furniture, you can make maybe some handmade rugs and put them in there. The vendor tried to lift it up there. And then she showed me this scale. Now this scale is even smaller. You're going to see here in a minute. She's going to pull this little box. Okay, so here is this scale. So I just showed you 1/48. This is half of 1/48. So it's even smaller than that, and this little house will fit in the palm of your hand. And it's a little country house, but notice the ornate bed in there and the chairs and the wallpaper. So you can definitely, I mean, if you want to go even smaller, yeah, this might be for you. It's about the size of a baseball, I would say. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, click subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. Click like if you like this content. And I hope you come back to see me sometime. And I hope this video was helpful in maybe making a decision on what scale to do, or maybe just try a new scale just because you want to.